So we've taken care of South Texas, took care of North Texas, took care of Central Texas, took care of East Texas. It is West Texas turn. All that West Texas that's out there. Midland Nerdin coming at you. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning again, DanpodValdres again. Thank you so much. Whether you're listening on the YouTube website thingy or on the Apple Podcast app, just search the Danpodcast. You'll see my stupid face. You may click on it, and you may listen to my ramblings and information and whatnot. Once again, thank you so very much for the support. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for just all of the support and love and all that fun stuff. Got the Midland Nerdin. We're going to talk about, we'll talk a little bit about this contest. I would say that this is probably as far as all the BOA regionals go, this is the one that I'm actually pretty interested in this because this was a little bit of an experiment having the regional out here. But we're going to talk about the history of this event. And we'll talk about programs and all that stuff. So let's get to it right now. Midland Nerdin coming at you. Once again, thanks so much. Let's do this. We are at the West Texas Regional Championships presented by Yamaha, October 12, 2019. Grande Communication Stadium in Midland, Texas. 24 programs. One of them could possibly be walking out of here with their very first Bands of America Regional Championship. That earlier in the season, I mentioned there were about 2 or 3 regionals that may be won by a program that's never won a Bands of America Regional. Had that in McAllen. John B. Alexander took care of that. Might have this issue here in Midland coming up this Saturday. And we might have something brewing next week in Waco. Why? You know why. And you all said it in your head. Admit it. So let's get to it. So we got 24 programs here. The first time that this event went down was in 2017. I believe there were 23 programs that competed. Last year, I believe there were 20 programs that competed. And now we're back up. So this is a very, very good sign for the history of this regional, because this stuff gets evaluated every year by Bands of America, whether they need to hold the regional there or not, whether there's a demand, and obviously there's a demand here. So 24 programs. Let's go over some of these programs. Midland League going on at 8:45. Start time at 8:45 is the very first program on. There were a finalist last year in Midland. Let's take a look. We always celebrate the programs that are out of state, even though they're just like right down the road. Hobbs High School from New Mexico going on at 10:15. Very excited to see them. Always love seeing outside programs come in and hang out with us. Del Rio coming up 10:45 a.m. They were a finalist last year. Mansfield coming all the way from the Mansfield area in the Dallas-Fort Worth area going on at 11 a.m. Can't wait to see what they've got up their sleeves. Do lunch and then check out Wiley East at 12:45. They were a finalist last year. Very nice showing. Very nice showing. Expecting some good things from them. And then 1:15 p.m. the reigning, defending UIL 6A state champions, the Vista Ridge Ranger Band. I heard they are physically pushing their rotating stage from Cedar Park, Texas to Midland, Texas. No donkeys needed, just a bunch of crazy band parents who are regretting buying that thing in the first place. Oh, they know I love them. I have a feeling it's going to be a big night for them. I know that call time's early in the morning. They got to travel, but I believe they're going to have their entire show on the field for the Midland contest, and it's, from what I hear, it's going to be pretty cool. So safe travels to them, and can't wait to see their show. If you've never heard of Clovis High School Band from New Mexico, I suggest you either jump on Flow Marching or you drive to Midland. At 1:45 p.m., Clovis from New Mexico is going on. If you've never heard of them, let me brief you on them real quick. They're the best band out of the state of New Mexico, by far. Their shows are energetic, they are entertaining, and man, can they pump out some sound. You're gonna love their show. Every year they went to the St. Louis Regional last year, and I believe they did a Dia de los Muertos. That's my Spanish accent. They did that show last year, and it was a crowd favorite. So expect the same from them. Thank you all so much for showing up to the Midland Regional. And they're pretty good too. So tune in at 1:45 to Clovis. Granbury coming out 215. They were a finalist last year at the Midland Regional. It was a good little program out there. So let's see how they compare this year. And then this last block is pretty cool. This last block has got a lot of potential finalists. James Martin comes from the Arlington area at 3 p.m. Lubbock Cooper was a finalist last year. They come in at 3:30. Permian was the finalist last year, 3:45. Summit coming in at 4 o'clock. And then the final program going on is the Midland Regional Champion from last year, Timber Creek, at 4:15. And then afterwards, the exhibition is the New Mexico State University Marching Band. It's really interesting. You never know. People underestimate how vast West Texas is. Think about this. A band from out of the state of Texas is doing the exhibition performance at a Texas regional. That makes me laugh. That's awesome. But New Mexico State University, that's a pretty entertaining college program, so you're going to enjoy it. So that's the Midland Regional. Let's talk a little bit about the history of this regional. It's like I said, this is year 3 of this particular version of the West Texas Regional. Now, many years ago, Bands of America tried to put a regional out in West Texas in the El Paso area, and it just didn't click. There are many reasons why it didn't click, and a lot of those reasons I will not get into because I don't want to get into it. But and it's nothing Bands of America did or anything like that. It's just there's a systemic, how should I put this? There's a systemic sort of aversion to the Bands of America style in West Texas as a general. In general. Stumbling over my words because I'm trying to be very diplomatic about this stuff. So in 2017, Bands of America said, hey, we want to introduce this type of style to the West Texas region, a region that is not used to that type of style of marching band. Now, for the record, there is no right or wrong way to do marching band. There isn't. I enjoy the military programs and the programs that just march and play rather than just as much as the Bands of America style types of programs. So, get that out of the way. So I said, we want to introduce this style to the West Texas programs. So they put the regional out there because there was a demand for it. Remember, at the end of the day, this is a business. They can't put a regional out there and have it sustained for years and years and years without there being a demand for it. So programs showed up. A lot of programs, a lot of directors that live out in West Texas didn't take their programs, but they showed up to the event. Local government officials showed up to the Midland event. This is how big it was back in 2017. I think like the mayor of Midland showed up or something like that. It was crazy. But they wanted to see what this was all about. Because people who don't know much about the Bands of America style automatically assume, well, you just have props on the field and you dance and you barely play, and that's what determines your success. What they found out in 2017, now keep in mind, Claudia Taylor Johnson went out there that year with their awesome show. What the programs and directors and staff and all those people that live out in West Texas, what they found out was, wow, there's more to this than just props. There's more to this than just body movements. No, these programs in the BOA style can play their butts off and move, not just 8-to-5s and not just 12-to-5 step sizes. Like, they're doing body movements and they're still pumping out sound while they're doing it. Multiple responsibilities. That is something that is very underrated in this activity when, like, just a regular fan's watching it. So that took on. So little by little, the West Texas programs have kind of adapted to that style. Bringing in younger people that have ideas about, let's try this show. Let's try a concept like this. Whereas, let's say 5 years ago, many of the West Texas programs would just, play, they would play, Shostakovich or something like that, or something like that, and show concept would not be really developed or anything like that. No props or anything like that, and it was just kind of like, hey, we're going to march, we're going to play, and then we're going to get off the field. More and more West Texas programs are adapting to the style, and it's exciting to see because this helps with retention. This helps recruiting when you announce a show, and the big invention, the big tool that social media is, you want your kiddos to be excited about their show. You want them to show, oh, this is what the uniform's going to look like. This is what the tops are going to look like. This is what the shoes are going to look like. This is the music that we're playing. Here's how we're doing the music. You want them to be excited about it, because when kiddos are excited about what they're doing, they will work harder. It's a fact. They will absolutely work harder. So this regional is very, very important to the landscape of this type of show style, this type of marching band style out in West Texas. It's very important. And programs keep showing up to this stuff. If there had been a significant drop, if it had gone from 23 programs in 2017 to 15 programs in 2018, there probably would not have been a 2019 regional here. Just because it wouldn't have been cost effective. And plus, you have a lot of programs that have to do a lot of traveling to get out to Midland. It's deceptively far. This state's big. I don't know if you've noticed that. I don't know if you've been on randmcnally.com recently, but this state is huge. So getting out to Midland can be a tall task, even for some programs that are kind of within the vicinity. So I'm happy for the West Texas programs. I'm happy that a lot of them are starting to kind of adapt to the BOA style, and they're getting used to it. The kiddos seem really excited about it. It's fun to see the shows kind of evolve over the last couple of years, and it's going to be a fun day. Weather should be good. Yes, the live blog will be there. The live blog will be there. Our buddy, our good old boy, our friend Landry Kendrick, who lives out in West Texas, will be on the ones and twos taking care of the live blog. I want you all to make sure he is taken care of. Treat him with the same love and respect that you would give myself or Mr. Sanchez or anybody else who contributes. Landry did it last year. He's awesome. He knows a ton of stuff, and he knows these West Texas programs better than anybody that I know. When I say make sure that he's taken care of and fed and hydrated and stuff, I'm talking to a very specific set of people. And I know you're listening, meal moms. So let's make sure he's let's make sure he's taken care of, because he's a great guy. Live blog out there, live.txbands.com. Nobody does it like we do. Full reviews, analysis, numbers, all that fun stuff. Remember to go to flowmarching.com to sign up for a subscription. You can watch all the events live. You can watch Midland this week and all that fun stuff, and you can enjoy the shows. I'm done here. Y'all have fun, and anybody who's got a local contest, whether it's Texas Marching Classic or you got Birdville contest or whatever you got going on this weekend, good luck, congratulations, have fun, and get some good performances out there. And I will talk to you all next week with the cherry on Midland. And then after that, why? Because Waco. And I can't wait to sink my teeth into that. Not bitter. I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.